Welcome back, everyone, to the We Are series. We hope this beautiful series has brought out our shared and unique human experiences beyond the day-to-day work and careers. To wrap up the current series, we wanted to debrief with the creators behind it all, us.
Good job, team.
All right. High fives all around.
That kicks us off to our first question. So today
But we gotta introduce ourselves first.
Today, I guess we do.
Who are you?
I'm too excited. I'm too excited.
It's
All right,
all right.
hello everybody. I'm Alcida Dean. No, I'm kidding.
Well, that is your name, though.
Alcida Dean is my name. Don't wear it out. Go ahead.
I'm Sarah Spath.
And I'm Eric Green.
Yes.
I'm super excited to be here with you guys.
I'm
Me
also
too.
excited.
Yes.
It's bittersweet because this
It
is the
is.
wrap up. This is the last episode of our series this season. But who better to end it with than the people who created it all? Hence our title today is We Are Creators. So I want to get an opportunity to dive in to the people who started it all. How did We Are come to fruition?
Man, I think when I first came here, I've been a career development specialist for a year. And when I first came in, I got to meet with everybody individually at the Career Center. And I was just taken back by just some of the stories of people being fathers, people being mothers, veterans, traveling across the world. So I was able to really connect with people and see like they're more than just careers, and just have those unique experiences and those shared experiences, like Sarah said. So I just was thinking, because we had a focus group and we was meeting with students, and they were saying like one thing that they noticed is that they didn't really connect with the Career Center like that. So I was like, if they would know who these people are, I feel like they will find a way to connect. So that's how this all birthed. It was like, man, what can we do to bring personality, to bring interest, to bring unique experience to the forefront, so people can see that we are more than just careers. So that's how this all started. But then I had a chance to meet with this wonderful lady right here in one of my one-on-one sessions, and I let her talk about her experience.
Yeah, so really Eric this is his brainchild, and he met with me one-on-one and all of his one-on-ones with the Career Center folks. And I think we scheduled the meeting for maybe a half an hour at most, and I don't exaggerate, I think it was an hour and a half that we spent talking to each other in this room, because it was a easy flow, a connection. We were getting to know each other on a level beyond what do you do, beyond that question. And he came to me, and I had mentioned something that was maybe unique, that I dance, and he came to me and he was like, I want to do this series. You have such a unique perspective, and everyone does, and I want to do this series to be able to get to know people better. Would you be interested in participating? And I immediately said yes, because Eric personifies.
Yeah, how could you not?
Yeah, you can't say no to Eric, first of all, ever. Because you come with such genuine, authentic care, and you are very people focused, and you crave and you value connection in a real way, and that came across immediately to me. So I've hopped on the train, the Eric train, but it was already going.
Yes.
Can I say something before we
Please.
turned it on you?
Go ahead.
You jumped on the train too.
Yes, I did. Go ahead.
But one thing I say about Sarah, whenever I met with her, was the fact that first of all, we had a genuine connection. And that 30 minutes turned into an hour because we was just laughing, we was joking, we was vibing, the chemistry was right. And I felt like if I was gonna do this series, I didn't want to do it alone. And she was one of those people that I already knew that would fit in perfectly. She even said, she was like, I like getting to know people. And I was like, bing, 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 bing. And then just ever since then, I asked her, and she just, I was driving the train at first, but then Sarah came in and took the conductor chair
Conductor
and
hat.
took it to a whole nother level
Yeah.
I wasn't even expecting. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Sarah, and especially thank you, Elsita. You can tell me.
I'm just
you know
honored
what I'm
to be a
saying?
part of both
what?
of them.
How did you get in it?
Well, the Eric train. The Eric train, yeah, exactly.
The we are more than just careers train.
I couldn't ignore it. Because, I mean, what y'all did was already so beautiful, right? And then I know we were having conversations of like, how can we elevate it? Like, y'all already have such amazing content, you know, how can we leverage our UNT resources to just take it even a step further? And here we are in this immaculate studio, you know, where it was like, just to elevate it and take it to that next step. And same, like I bought into the vision and the why, because just like how y'all met, like you weren't able to marry and merge your skill sets until you had that genuine connection of like, who are you as a person? Why do you do the things that you do? Tell me more beyond your just day-to-day 9 to 5, right? And then that just turned into how could I make my 9 to 5 even more fulfilling, you know, and like find meaning and purpose in the work that we do, and then take it to a whole nother level. So it's like, how could I not be a part of that? So that's why.
Beautifully said.
Thanks, guys.
Choo choo.
All aboard. Oh, geez.
That's really what it was like. Come on over the desk.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I was about to break into song and dance. But let's keep it moving.
Let's keep it pushing.
Yeah.
So what are we doing next,
All right.
Eric?
What we doing next? I said, what we're going to do, we have 5 questions, and we're going to pull from this wonderful box that Sarah has in her lap, and just take some questions and just answer it amongst each other, and just get the dialogue, the chemistry, and maybe hopefully get an inspirational message out to people that's watching, because what I love about this is a beautiful collaboration in real time. And I hope that they are able to see that through our answers and just our authenticity, our connection. So that's why we got a prompt. We're gonna answer those questions and see what we get.
Who's going
Who wanna go
first?
first? Ladies first.
Choo choo.
This is my train. Choo choo.
I guess so. No more. All right. Well, Eric, you answer first then.
Ooh.
Okay. What impact do you hope this series has?
Man, one, I want to talk about the hope that I have with this series. And then I want to talk about just 2 impacts that really happened with this series. One, I hope that this series kind of resonate with people that whenever they look at careers or whenever they look at the Career Center, it's not dull, it's not something I don't want to be a part of, that I'm dreading it, but that I can see and identify with those people that's working in there, and it causes people to interact, even if it's faculty, staff, students, whoever, to interact with us and really build a relationship and utilize our resources and what we have to offer. That's my genuine hope with this series, is that they can see something different than what they normally see with the Career Center. And then 2 impacts that really I want to highlight is I remember the fatherhood initiative that we had. That was one of the series. I know it'd probably be one of, I don't know what questions we get, but
ahead.
yeah. But I really love what Stan said. He was like, man, afterwards, he was like, man, thank you for doing that. And that was a panelist. That was one of our career development specialists that was a new staff. He joined. This was something that, I mean, I could tell he was a little bit nervous about, but man, when he got on there, it really just displayed his story. He was very impactful, very inspirational. But the fact that after that, he was like, man, I really, really like that. And just wanted to share with his wife, wanted to share with the people, and that was impactful. And then also with this series, we pivoted in the summer, and we had one of our students that graduated this summer with a journalism degree.
Go Jocelyn.
She executive produced it, did a phenomenal job. So she was able to gain experience off of this. And now what is she doing?
Right, what
is she
happened?
doing?
As a result?
As a result, she's getting a job.
She got her
She's about to
full-time
go to
job.
Oklahoma
Yep,
and
going
work.
across state.
So when you talk about impact, yes, I got a hope, but I wasn't really thinking about those little, I mean, I knew that I want to make an impact, but those
you
things
couldn't have
was
anticipated.
extra.
Yeah, that was
Those
extra.
things were extra,
That was
so
beautiful.
yeah.
I'm gonna add on one thing
Okay.
because you did a great job of explaining all of that. And I rewatched in preparation for this all the videos today, which I told y'all. And as a viewer, what I took away and what I actually hope that other people who've watched it took away is that you're not alone. Like every single video, no matter the topic, I felt a connection, I felt relatability, and I felt better after watching it about myself, about my life, because something resonated with me from somebody in those videos.
Yes.
So.
That's good.
Agreed. Dang, y'all taking this stuff. Because I mean, it's the same, but like maybe a more specific subset of the students. Because I hope that they see themselves in the staff and they realize, like, even as professionals, sometimes, like, I think about our transition video, you know, we are transitioning. It's like, you know, even as professionals, sometimes life is a little scary. Change can be intimidating. And so imagine how students feel. Like, dang, am I even picking the right major? You know, so being able to see that professionals, they got it together, and sometimes we don't, but we're still making it, you know, and like to just let the students know that, you know, you don't have to have it all together. And sometimes it does look like just coming to have conversations with people who have been in a similar situation or that have the resources, like you were talking about, to leverage and give you an opportunity to revamp your resume or give you real-time experience like this, you know, to then further your career. So definitely want the students to be impacted.
Mic drop.
Thanks, guys.
I think we're done, right?
I know, we're done, right?
We're done.
All right, but I do have 4 more. So
Yeah, but-
go ahead, Eric.
All right, here we go. Now, Asita, you the first one to answer, since we throwing.
Sarah, like, what?
What is something you learned about yourself throughout this series? That's a good question.
It is. Dang, Sarah. Look. I don't know. Maybe it's that I have a whole new world to explore. So I've never been a part of or interested in being a part of the entertainment industry. So like all of the cameras and, you know, recordings, that's so new and foreign.
Yeah.
But like just seeing like our backstage crew, all of the things that they do and how prepped and prepared they are for us, like I have so much, what's the word, honor, you know, and appreciation for the people who are in this industry and what it takes to deliver high quality, consistent content, you know, and like making sure that you have a message for people. I don't know if that's necessarily about me, you know what I learned, but I just learned something about something that I never knew to know about. You know what I mean? So it was just a growth opportunity altogether.
Yeah, I wrote these questions and I still don't have an answer. So as you were talking, my mind was trying to think of something. And I, similarly to you, I don't know if it's about me, but about the resources that we have available, outside of our department on our university, but then also the people in our department that have helped us without prompt, without asking, just volunteered their time to help us. I think
shout out to Dean, shout out to Hamza, shout out to Clarence and Kevin and Maya and Kate. Look, all of our guests. I just needed to make sure I acknowledged that. But
I appreciate that. Exactly. Their name should be.
Yeah.
Should be out there.
The talent that is in our community. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, please. Exactly. And I think I am someone who struggles to ask for help, but in this kind of situation when we're trying to do something and elevate it and make it better, you have to ask for help, and people are more than willing to help because they want to get involved. They want to grow and improve themselves just like I want to, and I learn from them. So I guess that's what I've learned.
That's a great one.
And then mine's kind of go with piggyback off of yours, Sarah, because I always been one of those, if it's my idea, it's my baby. Nobody's messing with my baby. You better ask somebody. I want to control every aspect of it. And I'm like, nah, this is the way that it should go. This is the way that it should go. But working with you guys, working with the team, working with the crew, I had to relinquish all of that. So I learned that it's okay to let go and lean on people's strengths, lean on people's skill set, and be okay with whatever comes out. And just be collaborative and open, because if you control it, you only get to this level. But if you open it up, the sky's the limit. So that's what I learned about myself in this series, is just being more collaborative and open to different people's skill sets and unique experiences to elevate whatever project we got going.
Love that.
Hey.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, what is next for each of the creators? Who's gonna go first?
Next for each of the creators.
It's a big question.
That is a loaded question. Is that personal or professional or any way that I want to take it?
How do you take it? What was your first instinct?
My first instinct is what's next for this series is that we are going to pass it on to the National Association of Black Journalism. This is student org on campus that was excited about what we were doing, and they want to take on this initiative and push it forward from a student's perspective. And I'm excited because now I get to sit back in a consultant role and just kind of be more of a director or behind the scenes or offer advice or tips on something that started from an idea to now students are taking over this, to now I can sit back with my team and kind of be, involved in it. And I don't know where it's gonna go, but the fact that it's a potential, I really love that. So that's what I'm excited about. That's what's new with this particularly from.
That is good. Because watching the students then develop themselves, back to the question of what did we learn or what did we gain.
Yeah.
Now the students get an opportunity to learn that for themselves. Like, dang, what does it feel like to be behind the camera or in front of the camera, which can be intimidating, or behind the scenes to run the prompter,
But ain't that what we doing it for?
Yes, for the development.
what
I
we're
love
doing
that.
for.
Because students are always walking into our office saying, how do I get more experience?
Yeah.
Boom. Real life experience for you, So hopefully they do follow into Jocelyn. I'm gonna keep saying Jocelyn's, footsteps and through this experiential learning, which I know is a big thing in your office too, with internships and things. So experiential learning for the students org to take it on for themselves, but also get real life experience to show that to employers. You're right, it's beautiful. Next for the creators. I think you're right. At first I was like, at first I was just like, back to the impact, I don't know if I answered this. But I think from a staff perspective, I would really want to inspire staff to just take ownership of something. Like if you have a brainchild, go with it. We so easily dismiss ideas like, oh, that's silly, or oh, it's gonna take too much energy and resources. But look at what we did just from one little brainchild, but then also the commitment and follow through to see it, come to fruition. So I would really love to see staff, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be something like this. It could just be whatever they feel passionate and engaged to do. So for me, it would be whatever that next thing is, what is the next brainchild so we can just knock it out the park and make it beautiful,
That's what's up.
But you're right, I probably am gonna be back there in Dean's ear,
What's up?
zoom in on this student, no, this is all wrong.
Take the gum out, take the gum out.
Do like Joseph, get rid of the water bottles.
That cord is showing.
The cord is showing. Let's fix it. So, Dean, that's coming up in your near future. But
I'll just add
Sarah.
one thing because I think y'all said it great. I'll just say from a personal perspective, what I think is next and what I'll take with me going forward is an understanding of when I meet with students, the importance of them knowing me. So not just me asking them 5 questions in a row about their experience, but the importance of setting it up so that
Sarah.
they get to know me a little bit more at the
Yes.
beginning.
Are we done? I think that was it.
I wish I was that eloquent.
My stuff is dry.
Jesus. Maybe not. But yes. That is good. I love that.
So good.
All right, we still have 2 more.
Okay, 2
Those
more.
months, is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. So, what session was your favorite session?
Well, oh no, go ahead.
Go.
No, you go.
I'll say all of them was so good. I know that's a cop
So
out.
cliche. Like,
All of them was so
gotta choose.
good. And to go back to the question you put back in there, what helped me, why I wanted to continue to do this was because I got a chance to meet with some amazing people. Like, if you sit down and really have a conversation with somebody, you can find something to connect them with or something that's interesting about them. And that's what motivated me to keep on going. But I'll say my top one, and this is more of an identity thing, is the
ahead and say it.
fatherhood. Is the fatherhood.
Yep.
Because, I mean, being a father, sometimes you feel like you're on the island by yourself. You know, you're alone, especially during the pandemic when you had to work from home and take care of your son. And then even just from a male perspective, not being able to express your emotions, your feelings, like not feeling strong enough to do that with other men or women or whatever. And I felt like that session, I swear when I was moderating it, it didn't even, I got lost. Like I got lost in it because it was just it was a panel of brothers that had different perspectives, different family dynamics, but added so much value to that conversation. It was like I left so on cloud 9 from that. It was like it made me kind of be more aware of how I even interact with my wife and my family and show up as a father because that's important to me. So that was one of my favorite ones.
I do not have anything that profound. I also loved all of them, but I think watching back, the We Are Transitioning for me, there were a lot of quotable items that I took away that actually I still am saying to myself that some of the panelists mentioned. And one of them, which I've heard before, but hearing it again in the context where I could relate to some other folks in the transition was that comparison is the thief of joy. And I believe Nija said that.
Nija, yeah.
And that I've heard it, but when she said it, it stuck with me again. Like, I'm not alone. Back to what I was saying earlier, it feels like you're not alone in these transitions. You're not alone in fatherhood. And so that has stuck with me.
Yeah.
Man.
Thanks. You heard that?
What is it?
Her favorite.
Comparison.
Did you hear that?
What do you say? Comparison
Is the thief of joy.
The thief of joy.
And I'm comparing us, so let me be clear. No, but honestly, I will say, like, my favorite too was the fathers. Like, I mean, talk about a strong kickoff. And I think that one embodied the whole message of we are more than just careers.
Yeah.
Because it is like, okay, aside from what you do from your 9 to 5, man, what is the most important role that you hold is you as a father?
Yeah.
You know, and you're right, like that's such a unique dynamic to get men to open up vulnerably, and y'all didn't know each other like that. You know what I mean? Like that was some of the first time that y'all even had conversations like that, and to do it in front of a camera so vulnerably to like share with the world. Like I felt inspired. Like I was like, let's do Father's Day. Let's do it. You know, like I'm excited, you know, because it did like, it just sometimes, and I've heard this, I don't know if I believe it to be true, but I've heard sometimes fathers are like, we get the short end of the stick on Father's Day. And that was the first time that I really felt like, inspired and motivated, like, dang, what a beautiful role as a father to do. So thank you for that. I was getting lost in that one. It was an hour, but I was like, it didn't even feel like an hour because I was so excited about it.
I was crying in the back. So.
Same, I cried so many times.
Man, it was, I got lost, man. Yeah. I got lost.
All right, last question.
You got last question? All right, we gotta make this quick. What is something you learned from one of the guests on this series?
Well, I've been thinking about this one.
Okay.
I already mentioned what I was going to say in the last question, but I'm actually going to say something that I feel like embodies a lot of what the series panelists talked about. And I read a book recently, and so I'm taking this from the book, but it was a quote that says, "We can do hard things." And I was watching each of the videos and feeling like some of the pain, some of the struggle, but then some of the excitement and happiness in all of these situations. And I just felt like there's a togetherness, and we can do these hard things. We're coming together. So that's just something I feel like I've learned and taken away after being part of it and watching him back.
And I mean, I don't think I'm ready for my answer yet, but to add on to that, like, you're right, like, even just us, I feel like we did hard things. Like, this is a lot. You know, I could not have done any of this production. Like, you brought in all the people. Sarah, you done created all of our wonderful questions and keeping my nerves down. You know, like, we have our backstage crew who know how to do the technical part. So, like, just being able to do hard things together just through the faith, and, like, that is a unifying concept, to be able to lean into other people's strengths when you're not that gifted in a particular strength, but that's what brings us together. Okay, great. I don't know.
No, that's good. That's a deep question.
What was the question again?
I don't
What you
remember.
learned from one guest? One guest.
Yeah, I went off book on that.
No, that was good. But I was inspired by one session, and it helped to kind of expand my thinking a little bit, and that was the diversity and inclusion, and how I approach diversity and inclusion. Like, I shouldn't approach it as an expert, like I know everything, but from an empathetic and accepting and vulnerable and a good place to where people can be themselves, and it creates that space where people, where I can learn, you know, where I can grow and be able to learn different experiences. And I felt like they did a good job of illustrating that from their perspective, from their ideas, their experiences. And that's something that I'm gonna take with me. It's like, even with just starting something new, just being open and always being a learner and not trying to control things because it's my baby or whatever. I feel like it's my baby, but coming from a baby stance or a child stance and being able to just grow with it.
Yeah.
Great metaphor.
You're right. I think from that, I loved how Kevin said it, of just like, just someone who cares.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be the expert in the room. Like, literally, diversity and inclusion just starts from empathy and, like, hearing somebody out and seeing them for who they are. So I think Kevin's approach was spot on with that. I still don't know what. I still don't know what I.
It's okay, you feed off of us.
Yeah.
Off each other.
So you've been summarizing what we've been saying, so you can catch it.
So next question. Yeah, like, that was great.
That's what collaboration is, though.
Yeah.
You take something, you expand upon
Yeah.
it, and you discuss it. That's really what we're doing. So
Yeah, to just
You don't always have
generate
to
new
have the
ideas.
answer.
Kind of like TED Talk, you know, ideas worth spreading. Like, I
Yeah.
think that was what was so beautiful about this series. I can't think of an exact moment per se, but like watching the We Are Transitioning, you're right. Like, I think each of us had really wise nuggets. You know, of like, even if it's like from our family, like Nigel, her grandmother, you know, and people just sharing their wisdoms, you know, it just was like encouraging.
Yeah.
So I found community
yeah.
through that experience, you know, and honoring the fear.
Yeah.
Because like the fear is really what propels you and pushes you forward. So lean into it. Okay.
I feel like you
Keep
talking
going,
in my
keep
soul,
going.
man.
What are you
That
stopping
was-
for?
No, but that episode in general, I think was one of my favorites.
Yeah. But I do
right.
want to, before we end off, because I know we only got a little time, I do want to give y'all flowers, man. And, you know, this is my baby, you know, and an idea that just came from nowhere. And it's just the fact that, like the other day, you know, I don't want to cry, but the other day I was just sitting and I seen, you know, everybody just being a part of this, people on cameras, people behind the scenes. Just, it's like, wow, an idea came, you know?
And people came on board.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But, you know, thank you guys. Thank you for just developing me, for making me stronger.
You're gonna make
But that's how I feel. People don't see what goes behind the scenes, you know? That's hard, it's tough. But I was there and y'all showed up, y'all supported. And I appreciate y'all.
I just want to.
I'm just gonna hug you. I don't care. Look, what the heck? Look.
Appreciate y'all.
Look. Oh, no. Listen.
Ah,
I was gonna look. Look at you. No.
Man, ain't supposed to cry, man. No, it's okay.
We're debunking
It's okay to cry because
stereotypes.
Yeah.
Yes.
it's okay
I
because
cried.
when
Yes.
you work hard at something, that's okay.
And you
That's
honor
okay.
that.
means
You
so much.
honor
It means
this.
so much. It means so much because all the people, that amazing people we got to interview, all the amazing people that been a part of this to make it happen, even students taking over this, that's crazy. Like, I never would have thought that a simple idea or a passion would lead to something amazing like this. You know, connecting with you guys is like, I can't trade that. I can't trade it. And connecting with them, I can't trade it. So that's my flowers. Choo choo,
Dang.
choo choo,
We're like a
choo
flower.
choo, choo choo.
I just have
choo
to say,
choo.
Eric,
Man,
I'm gonna cry too.
Right.
Man.
But
Get ready for
it
it.
is because of your leadership and who you are as a person
man,
Speak on it.
that this happened.
boy,
We are all here because of you.
man.
And so I want to thank you because I feel like you have inspired me to do more, to be more in my personal life, in my professional life. And that's something I'm going to take away from this.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to say the same. Like, thank you for giving us a sense of purpose. Trust me, you know I'm critical. Look, I will not be joining no bandwagon that I didn't believe in.
Yeah.
But you, because you, like Sarah was saying, so genuine and warm and authentic, like, because you value the true connection. Like, not just political, oh, hey, how's it going, whatever, whatever. Like, you actually value and see people for who they are and see that every single person has something to bring to the table. Because you honor that, like, that's how we got all of the amazing people on our team that we did. To like come and like Alexis and Kevin's, both the Kevins, you know, Stan, Jeremy, all the people to come and speak on their experiences because you saw the value in each and every person to give back to someone else. And so not only will people like the viewers get an opportunity to see themselves and be inspired, but people who get overlooked every single day got an opportunity to amplify their voice because you gave them a voice and a platform to do so.
Man, thank you.
So let me just
Thank you.
look. If anybody needs flowers,
It was we.
You know, it was we.
It was we.
it was.
Yeah, that was
But you
me,
know,
but
and I will say that's your
take
gift
credit.
too. You see people's
Yeah.
talents. So beyond just the relationship, like you've been telling me since day one, Sarah. Like Sarah's awesome at organization. Sarah's awesome at spreadsheets. She created our awesome questions today.
Yeah.
So like I would have never got a chance to work with Sarah as closely as I did if it weren't for you. So
you amp people up and you need to amp yourself up too.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So thank y'all for letting me release that, and thank y'all for all the things that y'all do. And we are more than just career series. Like as you can see, we are more than just careers.
Mm-hmm.
This is not just something that we do just to check off a list or anything. This is a passion project that we do beyond just our role and our responsibility and our duties. So with that being said, definitely want to stay tuned for the fall. We're going to have students taking over this series.
Snap. Hold
And
on,
we're super
look, we got
excited.
our guests, people. Come on.
This is a guest.
Are we still recording?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Thank you, guys. Can we just hug all of you guys?
I'm trying to
Thank you, Naja. All your nuggets of wisdom. Thank you, guys. Maya, Lauren. Look, you came in day one ready to start. Thank you.
Hi, Kevin.
Clarence, Dean, Hamza. Come on. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on. Look.
Come on. The chairs.
I don't know. Is this good? Come on.
Really short.
Do you want to, like, I can
No,
squat?
it's.
No.
No, it's.
There. Does that work?
And then on the count of three, we are, right?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
We are.
There you go.
That's how you end the season now.